Welcome back to channel NEAT. In previous topic we have covered about artificial system, natural system and phylogenetic system. In today's topic we are going to continue with a further classification.
Now we are going to read in detail about the artificial system of classification, where I'll be covering all the four scientists, okay, and what were their thinking. Fine. Now let's start with the first topic, that is known as artificial system of classification. Artificial system of classification. Okay. The very important point here is that only one or two characters were taken for classification. या तो एक कैरेक्टर लिया गया था या तो दो कैरेक्टर लिया गया था for classification. This is very important. You should remember this. The first name in artificial classification that we are going to read is Aristotle. Aristotle. The character what Aristotle chose, okay, the character that was chose by Aristotle was the RBC. फाइन. सो एक ही कैरेक्टर कंसिडर किया गया, वो था ब्लड का RBC. ओके. So on the basis of the presence of RBC, Aristotle divided animals into two different forms. Okay, fine. So let's see animal classification of Aristotle on the basis of RBC. If RBC is present and if RBC is absent. RBC present is known as enema, and RBC is absent is known as aneima. Okay, fine. Enema was further divided into two parts. Okay, ovipara and vivipara. Fine. Now let's see the demerit. Could not classify all known organism. Could not classify all organism. Fine. Now we'll quickly revise these points. Okay, Aristotle classification was based on character of RBC. Okay, he divided animals into two types. Okay, if the RBC is present and RBC is absent. Okay, if RBC is present, enema. If RBC is absent, aneima. Okay, fine. Further, RBC present, ovipara and vivipara. What is oviparous? Who are going to lay eggs, okay, and give rise to the young ones. Who are vivipara? Okay, those who are going to give birth directly to the young ones. Okay, fine. Now let's see the demerit. Okay, could not classify. Okay, so you could not classify all the organisms which were known at that particular time. Okay, fine. The time period of Aristotle is 384 to 322 BC. Fine. Okay, so this was the first basis of Aristotle classification on the basis of character, that is RBC. Okay, now we'll understand his second basis of classification. Okay, fine. Now let's see the second basis of classification of Aristotle, that is habitat. Okay, on the basis of habitat again Aristotle divided the animals. Okay, fine. So let's see the classification. So animals on the basis of habitat were divided on the land animals, the aquatic animals and the aerial animals, or the animals or live in air. Fine. Here the example was cattle, second was snake. Aquatic example were fishes, second was whale. Air, those who could fly. Fine. So birds, insects, and bats. Okay, so in this particular format he has classified the animals. Now if you can see cattle, whale, and bats. Okay, this three belongs to mammals. Okay, so these three were belonging to mammals, but still they were classified into different habitat. Fine. So there was no relation what could have justified this. Okay, here cattle and snake, there is no relation. Fine. Fishes and whale, there is no relation. Okay, birds and bat and insect does not have any relation apart from the common feature, that is flying. Okay, so this classification could not justify the pattern of classification for these animals. So this was the one of the demerit, that closely related animals were separated apart. Okay, so demerit was closely related animals were classified in different group. Fine. So this was one of the drawback or demerit. Okay, we'll quickly revise. Okay, the second pattern of classification that Aristotle has given for the animals is on the basis of habitat. He divided animals into three forms. Okay, the land, the aquatic, and the air or aerial. Okay, on land he divided cattle and snake, fishes and whales, birds, insects, and bats. Okay, but we know cattle, whale, and bats are classified into mammals. So one of the demerit was that closely related animals were classified in different groups. Okay, so this could not justify by the Aristotle. So this theory was again discarded. Okay, after some time. Fine. Now we'll see of the third classification that was done for the plant by Aristotle. Okay, so till now we have understood Aristotle has taken one character at a time for classifying the animals. Fine. So the third character that was taken by Aristotle for classification of plant was the height. Okay, on the basis of height Aristotle has classified the plants. Okay, we'll understand now the basis of classification of Aristotle with respect to plants. Okay, so he divided plants into three major types. Okay, he separated plant on the basis of shrubs, on the basis of herbs, and the basis of trees. Fine. So he divided plant into three category. Shrub, herbs, and the trees. Okay, fine. But the demerit of this was first, no homology was found. Homology was found. What is homology? No relationship could be related. Okay. Second, unrelated plant were grouped in one group by such classification, that is on the basis of height just. So now we'll revise the plant classification. Okay, Aristotle divided plants into three: herbs, shrubs and tree, which was on the basis of the height. Okay, so again one single character was taken for studying this particular system. Okay, but the problem was no homology was found here. Okay, and unrelated plant was grouped in one particular form. Okay, so there was no explanation for that particular stuff. Okay, fine. So here we complete the work which was done by Aristotle on both on plants and animal. Okay, so we complete the point on Aristotle. Now we'll be moving with the point of Theophrastus.
So I hope you liked today's video. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.